Hello, everybody, and I'm Sal CAPANO. Happy Hump Day, Wednesday, August 6th. I'm going to tell you something that happened very nice today in line at the grocery store. Also, why I still think, looking at camera, I am not rolling out unemployment, POA, and extensions maybe to the end of the year. And I'm going to give you what I'm hearing and my reasons on it, okay? And it has to do with Nancy Pelosi. Well, how does it have to do with her? Well, I'm going to dive right into that. Okay, so remember yesterday's video? If you're watching my video, I said they're going to come back on the 15th of September. Well, now I was actually wrong. They weren't going to come back to September 23rd. Well, that's after the unemployment expires on the 6th, right? That there, read between the lines. They want her back on the 23rd. They want this bill passed. Now, they're not talking about unemployment in it, but they're not saying they're against it. They asked Joe Biden again today. So we'll see. Stay tuned to this video because I'm gonna let you know my thoughts. But real quickly, Dr. Fauci comes out today. I quote, Dr. Fauci says that the worst of the COVID variant, the Delta, could hit us very soon. Okay, well, that sounds scary because we don't want that, right? Well, what that tells me is if that happens, right, because they thought more people would be vaccinated, that means there could be possible lockdowns or capacity levels, instead of being 100%, can go down to 50%. Money's not being exchanged. So what's that mean? It means they have no choice. Whether you believe the numbers are going up or you believe it's going to happen, and everybody be nice, it's not politics, I'm right down the middle. Either way, they're going to have to extend unemployment. That's what I think. And they want her to come back on the 23rd. They want to push this sooner because they know it's probably going to drag on another 2 weeks. That might be a possibility. There might be a lapse on unemployment for 2 weeks. Now, I'm not going to sit here on this channel and say I'm 100% sure. Nobody's for sure. But when people say 100% they're not sure, well, forget about it because there's a chance. And real quickly, it's a game. Trump, correct me if I'm wrong, he gave out a $1,400 and a $600. All right? Biden comes in office, right, and gives out $1,400, right? All right. It's 2-1, right? You can laugh. He wants to tie that. So I'm really optimistic about a stimulus check. I want to bring up why I talked about this a little bit yesterday. There is 5 states that I know of that are getting state stimulus. I was in a meeting again today. I wish I could say his name. He told me I can't, and he's probably watching. Listen, Steve Sisolak, he's our governor here in Nevada. I talked about this yesterday. There's $650 million each state from relief. There was overpayments. They kind of gave the states more money they needed for unemployment and state funding stuff. Now, this isn't money that has to go to roads and stuff. This is going to be in the infrastructure. This is money that goes to the people. I spoke up. I know for sure there's 650. There's 3.2 million people live in Nevada. There's enough to go around if they wanted to go $1,200 easily. I don't think they will. States like California, $600. Let me know if you live in these states if we received anything. I think it's coming. They were the first, California. This is state stimulus, not federal. Florida gave out 1,000. New Mexico, $750. Texas, $500. And New York gave a whole lot of money, but they haven't decided what they're going to give to the people. So if you live in, if I didn't say your state, you call your representatives, call them, let them hear your voice and say, how much money do we have? Call the news channels. We want to know because that's more money that we can use. Remember, this was a pandemic. So very important information there for you. And I'm fighting for Nevada. My gas tank's not even close to being yellow. Now, this Joe Manchin, look, here's the problem with the 3.5. It's I'm gonna leave it up to you guys. Do you think it's too much money? Because Joe Manchin, who's a conservative Democrat, and there's two of them out there. This is important because if it's a tiebreaker, even with the vice president, they won't have enough to even pass the 3.5. So I covered what's in the 3.5. People are saying, Sal, what else is in it? Well, I already said Medicare. He wanted Medicare for all. But then the Democrats didn't want it. They said, let's reduce the age. He goes, how about 60? They're saying, we'll deal with that. So Medicare at 60 instead of 66. Free community college, free, okay? The green cards, okay? Immigration. When I say immigration, it's for the police department on our side, paying them more money. Also, instead of defunding the police, they want to make sure the police get enough money. They don't, they want to make sure that's also in there. So more money for the police. Climate change, I said billions, $1 million. So I'd like to hear from you guys. I mean, all these are important, right? But so are we. So, I don't understand. Maybe they need to cut this down a little bit. It's a game, and get some of these Democrats. Maybe if they cut it down to 3 trillion to 3.5, stay with me. Maybe shorten some of these things up. I'm not saying take them out, but shorten them up. Throw in a stimulus check. I said this before. There's enough money left. They can send out another stimulus without even putting this 3.5 in. Trust me, okay? And then maybe we get everybody on board and get this for the American people, because I believe we need one more. Because if these from Dr. Fauci and the medical board is accurate, well, I hate to say we're going backwards, right? But we're not going forward. So I'd like to hear from you guys in the comments below. It just doesn't make sense to me. So I want to tell you real quickly. So I was in a grocery store today, a place called Whole Foods. Actually, it's like you go in there and you spend $40, you come out with nothing, because they have all these styles and all. And there was a line out the door. You can already see that there's not enough help. Right? Anyhow, there was a lady in front of me. She forgot her wallet in the car, and she had everything. And the guy goes, I'm going to pay for hers. I'm paying for the guy behind me, and I'm going to pay for the guy behind me. And I was the guy behind that. And he paid for our stuff. And I said, no, sir, it's not necessary. So there's a lot of good people out there. God bless that gentleman. It's just good to see that. And speaking of which, remember, it's not too late if you're coming across my video for the first time to subscribe and like. And if it's information you'd like to hear only on my station, I can keep digging, get the facts. There's a little homework that goes involved. So if you'd like to share it, hit the social media platform to help our station get to $1,000. Yeah, I'll be giving out thousands of dollars once we get to 1,000 subscribers. It'd be a big help to me. And let me know about the shirts. My wife ordered them. Hopefully they're coming to be here maybe in 2 weeks, and I'll start giving the shirts out too. Don't forget, leave the comments below. Be optimistic, people, okay? This is going to happen one way or another, I believe. So, because if they just gave all that out and no stimulus check or unemployment, well, how's that look for President Joe Biden on re-election? Because people will remember that, right? Now, I did forget something that was very important here, and I apologize. The tax credit, child tax credit, a lot of you have kids, is in this. Remember, it ends in December. They want to extend it for 3.5 years, and I'm 100% for that. I forgot that was also in there, so that's very important. But, and these other things, everything I said is important. I'm not saying green cards is not important, or climate change. All I'm saying is, why so much money to that? Let's cut it out. Let's come together. That's what the nation needs to do, is cut down on some of this stuff. Or maybe one can wait in the future. I don't know. I'd like to hear from you. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But I think a stimulus check should come in, or unemployment. All right. If you're new to my channel, say hello to somebody. Makes them feel good. Tomorrow's another day, and there's always a solution on my channel. I greatly appreciate you watching my video and tuning in. May God bless everybody. I'll see you on my next video. If I get any news, I'll be on even sooner. Ciao.